Good morning! So, I got up this morning and Shopify released a bunch new features. So, Shopify Editions. So, what I did is I watched all the YouTube videos, I took some notes, and here are the 12 things that you may have missed, and you don't have to go watch all those videos. So, let's get started. All right, so the first thing Shopify released this morning in Shopify Editions, this is granular permissions over products. So if you have a staff member and you only want them to have access to one specific product, you now have the ability to do that. Go into your settings, go into the user, and you can go and select exactly which product they have access to. So some granular permissions, that was a good one. The next big one, I'm gonna mention this one twice, but it is Markets Pro. So Markets Pro allows you to expand into multiple markets from a single Shopify store. So up until now, so for the last 12 years, when we have built in a new store in a new country or in a new region, we have always recommended that you use an expansion store. So that means you have to maintain a store in Canada and maintain a store in the United States. With the release of Markets Pro, what we can now do is we can now combine those two stores. So you're using one single source for truth. You don't have to synchronize between the two of them, and then you can set up your products to sell across border lines and everything. Now, the thing with Markets Pro that is super, super exciting is that Markets Pro takes on all the responsibility as the agency of record. So when you're going into new countries and you need to deal with taxes and imports and duties and all of that sort of stuff, Markets Pro now handles all of that for you. It gives you notifications on things that you need to do. There are if you run into issues, with things that are not allowed to be imported and stuff like that, you can change your product. It allows you to do different pricing, so you don't need to have a separate bank account set up in there. It will all go into the same bank account. Now, there's a couple caveats with Markets Pro that I want to mention up front. Markets Pro does require you to be on Shopify Payments. Because Shopify Payments is a product, it's not just a payment processor. You need to be on Shopify Payments in order to be able to enable Markets Pro. Also, it is now available for all of the platforms. So I believe it doesn't, Shopify Basic, it's only Shopify and Shopify Advanced and Shopify Plus, obviously, that you can use that. So if you're looking to expand into another country, you have two expansion stores, reach out to us, let us help you combine those things together. All right, next one. Taxes. So this is another big one that's been released, is Shopify Taxes for US merchants. So in the US, you can have a situation where someone on different sides of the street have different tax regulations, and the split is right down the middle of the street. And it's really hard in order to try and figure out what your tax liability is for each one. Well, Shopify has now just launched Shopify Tax for the US, which will allow you to do your taxes properly. It'll let you know where your liabilities are, make sure that you can collect it at checkout, and you're not in a position where you end up owing tax on a sale where you didn't know that you needed to do that. They will also notify you when you reach that threshold. So if you start selling, you maybe sell a couple in Illinois, and then you get to that threshold where they say, like, okay, you've now sold over $1,000, you need to start collecting taxes, Shopify will automatically alert you. This is future-proofing, so now you don't have to go and do it, and you don't need expensive tax software in order to manage your taxes. A couple other ones. YouTube integration is now available as a sales channel. Go into Shopify, hit the connect to your YouTube, and your products will now show up on your YouTube channel. We have Shopify Collabs. So for those who work with influencers and need a way to provide the influencer with a checkout button or with a product that they can sell directly to their audience, Shopify Collabs, which is an app on the Shopify store, I'd highly recommend checking that out. Now, this one really spoke to my heart. This is for the data nerds out there, for the data scientists. Shopify QL is a queryable language that allows you to build very beautiful reports that work from your data. So you can go in and you can go and create presentation level reports right through Shopify using Shopify QL. Super, super awesome. Going to be diving into that one for sure. They have upgraded the search. The search is now AI powered. There's a lot of talk right now about ChatGPT and Microsoft and Bing and how search is now being adjusted to be more AI driven, well, Shopify is on that bandwagon as well. So that built-in search that you have inside of your Shopify has now been upgraded to support AI search queries. They got a big update coming out for order routing. So this allows you to do complex order routing. So if you have fulfillment and you have a complex way of like, hey, we want it to come from this warehouse on this condition, but we want it to come from this warehouse on this condition. Order routing, which is something that's going to be coming out in the summertime, has now been released. All right, next up is checkout to draft. So this is a customization that has been asked for a long time, which is checkout to draft. So as if somebody is going through your checkout, and they get to a point and you want to be able to approve the purchase. So for us, this is how we would actually do it. Someone comes through, they go and approve the purchase, it comes in, and then we have to have a call with them before we allow them to check out. Now checkout to draft is available so that the person can go and check it out, and it will create a draft, and then you can approve it, and it will go back to the customer. It allows for that chain of negotiation to be all tracked. And then the last one, number 11, is Shopify App. So the Shop app, not the Shopify app, sorry, the Shop app. So the Shop app, which is getting, I think they said millions of active users every month, where you can track your orders and you can shop your most favorite stores. Now the Shop app allows you to do a little bit more customization. So you can change your logo, you can change the banner, you can change the way things show up, so that you can improve that customer experience for people who are using your app to purchase, or not using your app, using that Shop app in order to purchase your product. All right, so that is all of the things that I saw during the Shopify Editions updates. Leave a comment down below if you want to hear more about stuff, or if you want me to do a deep dive into any specific product. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.